When seeing a small kitten on the highway, a motorcyclist immediately stopped and began to slow down other cars to save the defenseless animal. The girl on the motorcycle didn't remain indifferent and took the kitten away from the busy intersection. She blocked the road to other cars with her motorcycle and handed the frightened animal to a woman standing on the sidewalk. I wish there were more people like this. This incident occurred in my native Stavandon. A little kitten wanted to cross the road, but it was very scared. It didn't want to get hit by a car. A cyclist who happened to be nearby noticed it and didn't cycle past. After watching this video several times, I didn't understand where the kitten in the center of the intersection came from. In the beginning, it wasn't there. Then I realized that it was clinging to a Mitsubishi Outlander. Apparently, when the car was parked, it crawled under it and sat near the warm engine. But when it drove off, it was difficult for it to hold on. And when its strength ran out, it fell on the road. But what happens next gives me great respect for the driver of the Kamaz. He stopped, picked up the poor baby, and took it with him. In China, the kitten had to be rescued not from the road, but from a roof. These kids figured out how to get it out of there. They opened an umbrella, turned it over, and waited for the kitten to jump in. Everything worked out as planned, and the little fluffy ball was saved and brought back to Earth. Curious animals like to poke their noses anywhere they can. These two goats were interested in the can at the same time and stuck their heads in it. Perhaps there was something very delicious inside that attracted them, but they didn't manage to get out of there on their own. They were lucky that the owner was there and took them out as carefully as possible. In this video, a small colt needed help. Its family crossed the road and the adult horses had no problem stepping over the bump. But the colt was too short for that height. A passing motorist wasn't indifferent and helped the poor colt. He picked it up and carried it over the fence. "12 ducklings fell through the hatch and were there until rescuers arrived. Throughout the entire time, the mother duck was next to the hatch and watched as her children were taken out. All were saved and safely handed over to their mom." A similar case happened in Slovakia. The rescuers got 6 ducklings out of a rain sewer. The mother duck also waited nearby and watched, and at the end of the rescue operation, she calmly swam away with them along the river. The ducklings in this video didn't fall anywhere. They just couldn't jump up onto the curb to follow their mother. A group of girls who were walking nearby helped the ducklings to overcome this obstacle. These men were walking on a beach in Florida when they noticed a shark with a hook sticking out of its jaw. One of them pulled it out of the water, and they removed the hook from its mouth and the line from its body, and then they released it back into the ocean. Walking along the coast of Namibia, a man found a dolphin washed up on the beach. He didn't hesitate to rush to its aid, picked it up, and carried it into the water. Once in the water, the dolphin swam away. Another video of a dolphin rescue has hit the web. This family was looking for a place to fish, and suddenly they saw a baby dolphin stranded by the waves. It was washed up on the beach and couldn't get back in the ocean. The father of the family carried the baby onto the water, but it was so weak that it was carried back to the shore. Then they brought it a little deeper and it finally managed to swim. Kayakers from Namibia captured the rescue of baby seals that had pieces of net stuck to them. They caught them either with their hands or with a special bag and freed them from the nets that prevented them from living normally. Only some of the rescues were captured on the video, but I'm sure there were a lot more of them. Often, the behavior of animals is similar to that of humans. A video of a squirrel standing on its hind legs and holding onto a bottle with its front legs, drinking water directly from it, has appeared on the internet. It happened in the Grand Canyon in the United States. It was insanely hot, so this girl helped the squirrel to quench its thirst. Horned animals need their horns to defend themselves and for thermoregulation, and even displays of status. But sometimes they can be a nuisance to their owners. While running through a forest, a man and a woman saw a ram caught in a tree with its horn. The man rushed to help the animal, and the woman decided to capture it all on video. Although this dog doesn't have any horns, it managed to get entangled with a tent in the yard. Neighbors called the police because of the dog screeching. When the police arrived at the scene, one of the officers jumped over the fence and began to free the animal. After a few minutes of cutting the tent, he reached his goal. Causing the dog pure joy. It even rushed up to him in gratitude. While looking around her yard, a woman noticed a fox stuck in a net and called employees of the Wildlife Relief Fund. At first, the fox was aggressive and bit the hands of its rescuers, but he was repaired and put on special gloves. At the end of the rescue operation, the animal sat quietly, which made the rescuers' work much easier. This video is also related to the fox stuck in a net. Bikers riding in the hills noticed a fox that somehow had gotten caught and stuck in the wire of a fence. They quickly set about freeing it. Teamwork and some tools helped free the fox quickly. A large number of hedgehogs die under the wheels of cars and crossing roads, but not this one. This video was shot in Russia, near the city of Kaluga. This man was driving along the road when he noticed a hedgehog crossing the roadway. Like other concerned people in this video, he helped the animal. He stopped, moved the hedgehog to the other side, and drove on with a calm soul. As you know, birds can fly when their feathers are wet. Apparently, during a hunt, this eagle miscalculated and got into the water. It was taken up to the boat to rest and dry its feathers. The bird tried to fly once, but its feathers were still too wet. So it didn't work. Then the man went back to the shore and let the poor fellow out on dry land. An almost identical situation occurred with this osprey. Risking her life, this girl decided to extend an oar to help this bird, and it, with pleasure, used it. It climbed up and sat down with its sharp claws right on the finger of this brave girl. The bird was still not going to fly away, and the girl was even slightly bleeding from her fingers. So the osprey had to be pushed a little, and it successfully flew away. This act would never have been known if it hadn't been captured by a surveillance camera. Leaving the store, a girl noticed a stray dog lying on the doorstep, getting wet in the rain. Without thinking twice, the girl took off her scarf and covered the freezing dog with it. This is a truly kind and sincere act. I'm sure that everyone has once helped an animal and even saved them. Write your stories of helping animals in the comments. Give us a like if you think that all these people did the right thing, and you would have done the same if you were in their situation. I'll be posting a video about saving whales soon, so subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Margo was with you. Bye everyone!